You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole and Winter Storm Chronicans. Welcome back to the channel. We are back with FaceCulture doing his amazing interviews, and this time it is with Tarja Turunen, and this is for the Dark Christmas, and it speaks on how music saves her and the Creepy Children Choir and much, much more. I can't wait to check it out with you all. This is about the fourth time, I believe, that FaceCulture has come down the rabbit hole. I really love what these gentlemen do with their interviews. It makes it all about the people behind the music. They usually don't even show their face, so I don't even know what these people look like or anything like that. But they've also commented on the few times that I have reacted to their interviews with some of the Nightwish members. We've done Tuamis, we did Troy, and we also did Floor. All three of those interviews were amazing. And I just love the chemistry that this person or people or production can build with the artists here. So what they're going to do with Tarja, I cannot wait to see, because Dark Christmas was such a monumental moment. I think this is going to be something that everyone will remember for Christmas. This Dark Christmas album was just, it was so different. It was so revolutionary in my mind. And they also talk about other things too, so that's what I love. I love story time, as you all know. So without further ado, let's dive right into this interview. It's about 30 minutes long. Hopefully you brought your drink. I know I have. And here we go. Very lucky to get an interview with her. She is a very hard person to get an interview with. So much respect.
First, Tarja, how are you?
Whoa. Okay. Well, this is the first time I've seen it. Looks like Robin. Wow, this is cool.
First, Tarja, how are you?
Good, I'm good, thank you. Talking a lot these days about Dark Christmas.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I am good. I am very happy. Still at home, preparing the tour that is coming, and
big tour for 2024.
Writing songs, preparing a new album, and just taking my time and trying to chill in the meanwhile also sometimes. Yeah.
That sounds good. So, yeah, you mentioned it already, A Dark Christmas. So there's a new album out. And before we delve into the album, I'd like to go back to the beginning in that sense. Do you have a Christmas memory from your youth that sticks out to you?
Good question.
Well, it must be the one that when I received my my Black Hellas Finnish-made piano when I was a kiddo.
Oh, wow.
I think I was around 8 years old when my parents gave that present for me. It was nothing I was expecting. I mean, seriously, they really kept it as a really nice surprise, because it was not that my parents had a lot of money or some. No, it was like they really made an effort to bring me, to give me that piano. Cool. So it was like a big thing for me. And that piano is still here in my home in Marbella, and my daughter is using it.
Oh my gosh.
It's still really in the family. Tough, old, beautiful piano. It still functions really fine.
Wow.
So money well spent, it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, what a cool way to start. First of all, really cool to see Robin's face for FaceCulture interviews. Their dynamic already just starts right off the bat. I'm really learning a lot from Robin, how he interviews. His calm demeanor and casualness builds a friendship type of atmosphere right off the bat. And I just really love how instantly he goes and talks about something personal, because obviously we're going to talk about the music, and we all are here for the music. As she says, she's talking about Dark Christmas all the time. This is just amazing. Very excited. Let's keep this going. I won't talk too long right off the bat.
Right.
You mentioned something very, very interesting, which is your daughter playing it now. And now I believe, obviously, you sang in the choir when you were younger in a church choir. And your daughter is doing a similar thing at the moment, I suppose.
Yeah.
Exactly. What is it like to see your daughter kind of, I don't know if following your footsteps is the right way, but also kind of embracing singing the way you do?
Great questions.
Actually, it's annoyingly, I would say that it's annoying that she has such talent. because I remember, of course, I was a little girl already. I was 6 years old when I started studying music.
I get
I
what she
wanted
means.
my parents to find me a piano teacher when I was 6 years old. My daughter was 4 years old when she asked me, Mama, I want to start playing piano. Can you get me Can you get me a teacher? Can you find me a teacher? Okay, she was 4, so she started already earlier. But of course, she's been a touring baby.
Yeah.
She was with her both parents on tour 4 years with me when she was born. I took her everywhere in the rehearsals and concerts with symphonic orchestras, with all the tours with the rock band. So she has seen the
Just
world many times
inspired.
around, and in her very, very early years. And so now she is showing that she is talented in music, but it's her own way. That is what I like very much, that it's not
But
like
she
she
likes
is
that.
willing
Okay,
to copy
good.
me. For example.
And okay, so this is a lot to unpack. She's just saying so much here because she said it was tough, and the way I was interpreting that myself is like me as a parent now and becoming even a stepdad before, you do become somewhat not envious, but a little jealous perhaps if your children have a better opportunity in getting things done faster than what you did growing up. And then there's a bit of that, like, man, I wish I had it that good type of feeling, even though that's not necessarily what she's saying here. But the way that Naomi has embraced the whole world because of everything she's been shown from being a touring baby, to now that she has the piano, she had the lessons earlier, and she's also doing it her own style and not trying to copy Tarja. There's a bit of that happiness as well of the toughness as to seeing how they do it their own way, and sometimes their own way is better than your way. And I always say the kid is to update the family, not you tell the kid what to do. The kid's eventually gonna let you guys know because hopefully it's a better version of what you're trying to push moving forward, which I think Naomi's gonna be an incredible version of Tarja. All right.
Classical singing is not her thing at all. She's like, no.
Yeah, see?
She's drumming. She plays drums. She plays the piano still, but drums is her thing.
Wow.
Yes, she sings, but it's not like the drums is like crazy motivation that she has at the moment, at least.
Yeah, at the moment.
Let's see.
But that's awesome to hear. And what I like about it as well is I believe you did a couple of other Christmas albums as well. So your daughter was also on from Spirits and Ghosts, if I'm not mistaken. And now this time around, she's in that choir. So what is it like to kind of incorporate your daughter into what you do?
It was fun for me. The last album, she was still quite small. So in a way that it was, okay, you want to do this? And yeah, I want to do this. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. But now it's like, okay,
we're really
there
doing
to do
this.
it. You know, she played drums for All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yes, she did.
She plays the drums and song, and then she sings in a kids choir together with her friends. And that was I loved working with the children because I've seen them in her school. You know, they do these productions, musical productions, and ever since actually I brought my daughter to that school, the school. Okay, the director is a fan.
That does help.
I have to say that they started to make a lot of rock projects and
that's so great.
Motivating the kids. And I love that so much. I'm crying there in the concerts always. I'm super proud of the kids.
She is. You can see it in her eyes. Wow.
And when I was working with this Christmas album, I chose the songs for the album together with the children.
Okay.
Neighbors, children, and mine. You know, I was driving them to school every morning, playing them Christmas songs and checking out which ones of these songs in my list they really know. And then I made my selection. And then, because the kiddos were there already in the beginning of the selection of the songs, I said, okay, I want to involve an unprofessional kids choir to the album, because with the
Yeah, unprofessional kids choir that just sounds so amazing. Not sounded, they sound amazing because they still are going, y'all, and they're just gonna keep getting better, these friends, and that's just so inspiring to know how this really did start and how her love for what her child's doing blended into her next project and that endeavor moving forward. Whereas I know, like, we're doing this legit now. You're not just young, like, you got your own creative mind and input, and you have so many facets that you can do, whether it's singing, the piano, or the drums. I find that just so incredible, and you can see her real proudness of her daughter and her daughter's friends and all that. And I really respect what Robin's doing here, because I assume this is Zoom and there's options to how you show people off, right? Like, obviously I've mentioned at the beginning, FaceCulture normally is just the artist. So I really love this back and forth. I think that's great, especially when you have good chemistry. But anytime someone talks, that's the person who is on the screen, obviously. And if someone's talking and then you kind of talk while someone else is talking, then it'll jump to you, as it did that one time when Tarja like said an ad lib to what Robin was saying in his speech. I accidentally speak too much when people are talking, so that back and forth I thought would be too much. So that's why I do the two videos when I'm doing my interviews. But it's really nice being able to see the full screen, and I just got to learn to shut up when the person is talking. So this is, again, it really it's like I'm studying how to be a better interviewer while I do these as well, and that's why I do love them so much. Good job, Robin. Tarja, you are so inspirational.
cinematographic sound I had
Move back a bit
into the album, because with the cinematographic sound I had in my mind, the children can be the creepiest creatures. Like you could think of them
Pet
in
Cemetery
the movies.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Children of the
they
Corn.
are the creepiest.
They sure
So
are.
I said, okay, well,
Chucky.
this is it, but they cannot be a professional choir. I don't want them to be perfect.
Yeah, there's some
No,
brilliant.
but you mentioned something very
about
interesting,
the
which
flaws.
is I'm fascinated by children's choirs, because as you mentioned, even though their voices are very pure in a sense, it's also for some reason really creepy. Maybe because of the movies, like you say. But why do you think that is? That children's voices kind of make us uneasy?
Yeah, I don't know. That is.
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer.
I think it is the innocence in them, because we lost it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Already.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is like somehow
End of innocence.
You kind of see the future that it will not last or something.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well, like, but for me, the children's choir isn't necessarily creepy when it's not matched with like something that's kind of polar opposite, you know what I mean? Like, when it's like symphonic heavy metal and you got a guy growling and there's some insane riffs going on with some bass pedal, and then all of a sudden the children's choir comes on in the back, that is eerie, and that it's that contrast. It's like watching an evil clown, you know? There's something very terrifying because it's the actual contrast of it itself. I don't always get that feeling of that terror when it's a children's choir every time. It's just when it's like, you know, dark Christmas, not just Christmas. And I just love that pause face of Tarja. She is so expressive. Wow. So lucky to have gotten an interview.
That it will not last or something.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Something it is there. That gets us to reconnect, and then it's not necessarily something that we at times we like, you know, could be.
And well, you mentioned you let the children help you select the songs. Now, obviously, they're from a different generation, so their frame of reference might be different than yours. What were kind of
Great question.
The differences between how you thought about Christmas songs or Christmas, kind of the spirit of Christmas even?
Because I have to be honest with you that the songs that I chose for the album are not necessarily my favorite Christmas songs at all. Not at all. I do not enjoy
Very
the
true.
original songs because it's like the commercial side of Christmas, this
Yeah.
Americanized Christmas that has
Good job,
been
America.
given to us through the movies and all that. But okay, it's been so overplayed in general that I don't find the beauty in that type of music any longer. And I am absolutely
Wow.
sure that there are many like me
Yes.
out there.
It's just nice
So
for someone to
Christmas
say
music
it.
is like a bad word for many people.
Yeah.
And that's why I have started to do these darker Christmas albums, because I feel like music is still needed in that time of the year, you know?
It sure is.
And
especially
for
in all the
me,
malls and stores.
I lost Christmas when my mother passed away. That was
Yeah.
already 20 years ago.
Wow.
So I kind of needed to reconnect with my Christmas.
Yeah.
And one of the things that helped me at that time was music. So I believe it's very, very real that, okay, the album might have a darker character, but it's not dark. It gives you light and it gives you peace.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
makes you feel good. With the songs that you all know.
Exactly.
You all know these songs. Everybody knows these songs, kind of like, hey, the little kids know these songs.
Sure. But it's
I find it just beautiful because to execute your art, you have to know how it's going to look before it comes out and hopefully how it's going to affect people as well. And for Tarja to be so ahead of the game, really, in the way that she thinks, and her want to redeem and to fix things as well, it really, like, because that's 2 decades ago your mother passes away around the Christmas time, I believe it was. And to try to heal that moment with this, and the way that she brings up, like, these are all classics, so you're gonna have this nostalgic feel, and then even though it says to start Christmas, you're not gonna feel like horrible after this. You're still gonna feel joyful, and it's just gonna hit in such a different way. Dark isn't always bad, obviously. Like, not shadows aren't bad. They're just a reflection of the light, y'all. Like, come on, here we go.
fascinating because I think you're right. Whenever we think of Christmas, it's this Hollywood version of it almost. But there is a dark side to the holidays or Christmas, because there's a lot of loneliness around that time. There's a lot of despair and those
A
kind
lot
of
of
things. I
debt.
mean, I suppose certain life elements will get highlighted during those days. So, what interests you in kind of the other side of Christmas? What is it about? This ominous or this creepy undertone.
The dread.
Perhaps.
You know, I'm a Finnish woman, and Christmas is in Finland. It's a dark time of the year. It's one of the darkest times of the year. Our Christmas is quiet. It's like damped. You know, if we have a lot of snow, it's so silent. You can only see the little candlelight, little Christmas lights from the houses, and that's it. It's pitch black.
Jeez.
And there is a lot of
Oof.
solitude. There is a lot of depression. There is a lot of loneliness in the country.
Yeah.
So I wrote my song, Dark Christmas. It's fully inspired by all those feelings that I have myself felt while I was there, living there, being young, being kind of looking out of the world, like willing to get out of there, but not being able to do the step yet. And then my mother's passing and all that. I felt all that. And I wanted to put it out like in the music, like, because it's been the way I express myself and my thoughts. Always music has been there. So that is the creepiness, sort of that darkness.
I don't know if this
wow. Wow. That's just wow. I love this interview. It is so good, and the way that she's opening up and expressing, like, she looks like she feels so safe to express all this stuff. And for me from Canada, I really relate to Finland and what they go through, especially now living where I am compared to where I was before in Canada. But where I am now in Canada, in Calgary, it's snowy. It's negative 40 degrees. Right now, and snow is everywhere, so it's dark, so I totally get it. And the way that she says the loneliness and the depression and the solitude that gets sprinkled out to everyone as they only can see the lights in this darkness from other houses. It's just the way that she can paint a picture and her storytelling. It's just so eloquent, and it's just amazing, isn't it? This is great.
Sort of that darkness.
Mm. I don't know if this is a good connection, and if it's not, then just let me know. But your first solo album, which was kind of around that time when the whole Nightwish kind of thing ended, your first album was full of Christmas songs. You mentioned your music playing the role that it did when your mother passed away, and obviously the breakup with Nightwish was a difficult time for you. What role did music play and those Christmas songs play for you in that time then?
Great question.
It was again. Like it gave me life, kind of very hard. It's a very big thing to do, big thing to say, but it was 2005 when my work with Nightwish ended, and it was 2005 when I had this tour. Already, the first Christmas tour was planned without me knowing that I will not be anymore in the band, and the tradition started from there. I remember when I was singing in these concerts, I was completely destroyed mentally. I had been crying like weeks and I was still crying because I didn't know who is going to be there. These are Christmas concerts. Is anybody interested in seeing me in these concerts? And I went on the road and they were all filled with people. People were crying. They were so happy, first of all, to see me back on my feet and getting with music, different type of music. Yes, with Christmas music, but back on the road and back to be who I am. And it helped me. It kind of saved me at that moment.
And then, sorry to interrupt, but that must have given you confidence then to write your own solo music and to kind of be, to understand that people are willing to listen. And
of course.
Wow. Of course. Like, geez, this interview makes you can see how she's leaning on her head, and she's done that a few times, and that's like comfortability. That's leaning in, wanting to get more invested into what the conversation's about, and it makes me want to get in and just lean in here. And it's such a relaxing feel that's going on here that we really can learn a lot from just how to have good communications with people that you idolize as well, because it's a hard thing to do. Robin, you're making this look very easy, man, and it looks like you're shooting off the hip with a lot of these questions where it's more in the flow. And because of your knowledge and the background of everything that you have, the studying that you did before this, and just your knowledge of her and everything she's done, it helps make this so organic.
Of course. Yeah, I was a wreck. But I needed to go through that. It was incredible to start writing your own songs and learning how is to express really yourself through the music.
Healing.
And then seeing those songs being played, when I get to sing those songs for my audience, for the first, it was like the roller coaster of emotions I went through at that time. I still do. It's like, what the fuck? People are listening my songs all over the globe, and singing my lyrics. Oh my God, how is this even possible?
What have you done? The Winter Storm.
It's unbelievable. It's a gift. And
it is a gift. Don't stop.
Because I went through such...
Sorry about that. Well, it's interesting because you mentioned kind of the absurdity.
I was gonna say, Robin, you sound very sick, and way to be a trooper to get through this.
It's interesting because you mentioned kind of the absurdity almost of music being able to travel across the globe and touch people everywhere.
Canada.
When did you figure that out? Because obviously, from a young age, you were a really good singer. I mean, I'm not a vocal technician or whatever, but obviously, you're a great singer. So when did you know that you could touch people with the sound of your voice, and then later on with the lyrics that you write?
There is one moment when I was 18 years old in a university.
Ooh.
My singing teacher, her name was Karina, or is Karina, and she was telling me one day that, Tarja, you have a diamond in your voice.
Ooh.
That diamond, we are thousands of singers. We are so many of us. There are so many of us, but only few of us, we have that diamond that we need to really take care and polish it and maintain.
Ooh, take care, polish it, and maintain.
Shining.
Yeah.
Because
which she sure does.
I understood that it has been given to me to sing with the soul. It's been there ever since I was a very, very little girl. There is no way on earth I can sing without my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a burden in a way that I can't. Mm-hmm. I'm like an open book always.
Yeah.
So, but that's being given
I know
to
all
me.
about that.
I do not sing perfectly. No, I sing out of tune. I do this and that. I make mistakes and all that.
Wow.
But I sing with my heart.
She sure does.
And I've realized that since the quite very beginning of career with Nightwish, it was already like that. It was crazy, the connection between me and the audiences.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah.
Like the energy connection between me and the public.
Is there a difference?
Wow. She's just giving such gold with these answers, and it's because it's how it's being asked in the atmosphere here. So like, let's kind of dive into that a little bit, because to be called a diamond with that voice, and then to know the way that she preps and maintains and polishes her vocal cords and everything, and how much she's into posture. And even I remember she was watching fan covers of her own songs, and then she saw someone headbanging, and then she's like, oh no, don't do that, you can hurt your neck, because she's so focused on making sure you don't damage your body and don't break your diamond, so it's not that she's a perfectionist, because she then just mentioned that she's not perfect. She sings from her heart. So she's really just the best package. And because of that, I think that's why she has that connection, that diehardness with her fans. Like she's suggesting even when she started with Nightwish there. So it's just so cool to know that right after she was done, how much of the Winter Storm was so ready to embrace her right when she went on, regardless what it was. And it is challenging when you're doing music for someone else and then taking that step to learn how to do it for yourself and to articulate your own emotions and feelings into that form of art. Yeah, like she said, she probably had to go through this, because sometimes going to the bottomness of your pit that you think you can get to brings you up into a whole new version that we're very happy to see.
Connection between me and the public.
Is there a difference? This is I don't know, maybe a stupid question, but is there a difference between the energy you get when you sing more of a classical type of song compared to more of the rock concerts? Is there a difference in the type of energy? What
I receive, there is a difference. What I receive, if I sing classical music, it's a sort of like a meditation. The process is very deep. It's in harmony. It's peaceful.
Yeah, very true.
You reconnect with yourself and with the breathing mostly, because you are very much concentrated in breathing. In rock concerts, I do not have time to think about my breathing, and I don't even want to think about technique when I'm singing. There is a difference in classical singing. Is the soul connection probably is in a way deeper because of all the work that you do with the body.
Wow.
With breathing.
Yeah.
But in rock, it connects automatically and gives me the freedom to be the crazy and,
expressive.
What the hell I want to do, I can do. There are no limitations. So in that sense, I have to say that I've been very blessed that I have been able to go through them, the whole range of the things, and maintain them in my life. it's pretty incredible. That job will never stop, to reconnect with yourself. That never stops.
I read something where they asked you, will you be doing this when you're 70? And you said, absolutely, there's no way I will stop singing or
Oh my
trying
gosh,
to
that is
make
amazing.
even new music. So
she's
At
maintaining.
least I can. No, my daughter knows. She knows that, says she's gonna continue as long as she feels good about it. I mean, really, yeah.
That's great
absolutely.
news.
now, getting back to Dark Christmas quickly. Dark Christmas, the track is the one you wrote. And as you mentioned, it's not necessarily depressing in a sense or anything. It's a darker vibe or sound, but
I love Dark
the line I wrote
Christmas.
down from that song is "Believe the power of your dream." So there is some strength in it. Why was that important for you to put that into the album?
No, exactly. That's the importance that we get to forget when the times are dark.
Yes.
Let your shine. Let your light shine again. It's very hard to find that light in you when you feel down.
No kidding.
Even when you are sick now. You are like,
yes.
Oh my God, when is this gonna go over, It's very hard when you feel bad.
See, Tarja knows.
Think positive about things, But you need to try to look for it. And that's why there is always in us, there is a certain amount of darkness and there is a certain amount of light in all of us. And in everything in life, it's the same thing. The yin and yang, it's always,
sure.
It's all present. Sometimes we go deep down and we forget.
It makes me think of when you wish upon a star. I would love to see Tarja sing some Disney first off, but yeah, when things are so dark, sometimes you got to look up to those stars if you can't think of your own brightness and look up in the darkness of space, but then you can still see these beautiful shining lights that are coming from millions and millions of years ago. So it is hard though, and especially knowing her culture more from Finland, how you have to find a way to get inspired in all this darkness. And I don't even know what it's like because they're so much more north than what I am, so they experience darkness at a complete different way than I'm even could comprehend, because I have the blessing of all that sunlight every day. And we're about 2/3 of the way through, so very excited to be getting close to finishing this, because this has been an amazing interview, probably one of the best ones I've seen with Tarja. She seems so relaxed, and you can just tell the genuine care between the two of these people here. So good job again, Robin.
You mentioned, and I don't want to repeat too much of this, but some of the darkest periods in your life, I mean, the breakup with Nightwish, I think in 2008 you had a stroke and there was a lot of health concerns.
Jeez, yeah.
In those darkest moments, how do you get through it? What is it that gets you through? Is it music? Is it family? How do you kind of find that light in the darkness?
Well, my last really difficult period, as you said, 2018 was the stroke that I got. And at the time I was writing my new album. And again, I have to say that it was the music that really saved me. Again, it's like there's been music in every occasion, every bad occasion in my life. Music. Of course, it's with who I am. I have a great partner in crime, my husband. We work together. I have a beautiful family. I have friends. One needs friends.
Yes.
Real friends.
Real friends.
And then again, is the strength in you that you need to find. Of course, I was seeking for help also. I did not stay and, just thought that I can manage this alone. No, I wanted to look for help. And now I'm taking care much more than I ever knew that you can take care of your mental health. And that's the thing that I really have understood that that stroke was just about my stress. And so it's
Rough.
like, if I can avoid that, I will.
So whenever
That's tough. Something we always forget about is we focus so much on the physical and the things that we can see that we think we can control. Yet she's suggesting that the stroke came from her mental stress. So now she's focusing on the mental health aspect of it, and we already see, because now she's focusing on that, how much fruit has already bared from that. You can already see the reconciliation of her and Marco now going on to a tour together, and I'm sure there's a lot more things like that in store for 2024. So this is getting me really hyped for everything that Tarja is going to be involved this year.
If I can avoid that, I will.
Yeah.
So whenever something like that happens, you learn from it in a way, and you kind of can adjust your life a little bit.
It's so idiotic in a way, if you think about it, that why the hell we need to go until that far?
Yeah.
And then we learn.
Yeah, you don't need to.
But why we cannot
blow a tire every time?
Already stop before
the engine turns red.
But
good.
No, but I am exigente. Like they say that I am like, because I'm a perfectionist in a way that I want to deliver.
Yeah.
I want to be a good mother. I want to be a good wife. I want to be a great artist. I want to, So then I put myself into this. I put myself this ladder sort of that I need to keep on climbing up. That is bullshit. It's not fine.
Yeah.
Because you can be less.
But that's the thing behind you. I see all those albums and stuff behind you, and I mean, you've been, like you said,
could be less.
The world, and you've been in very, very nice places, nice opera halls, all those kind of things. So do you still have that desire for quote unquote success in a way?
Well, that will never die in a way. That will never die.
Thank you for
because
being
I
honest
enjoy
about
my
that.
work so much.
Exactly.
The thing is that I love, still today, if there is a country I haven't been performing in, and comes an offer for a concert, I'm like a little kid. I'm like, oh,
come back to Canada.
What's there?
Please.
What kind of type of an audience? It's really exciting.
Calgary.
It's still exciting. And going back to the places I've been before, it's also exciting because I know how already, make that connection with the public. So it's like, I know I'm doing I am happy with what I'm doing, but it's like, I am very blessed that I can do what I love.
And I have two more questions. The first is, you mentioned that your favorite Christmas song is not on the album. Now, my favorite Christmas song is, I don't know if it's really a Christmas song, but it's Fairy Tale in New York by the Pogues and Chrissy McCarroll, which is, it's kind of, it's not really a Christmas song, but kind of. What is your favorite Christmas song?
Varpunen jouluaamuna is my Christmas song. That's my favorite. It's a Finnish, very traditional Christmas song. Super melancholic, though. It's a sad story about a bird. But anyway, we Finns are super melancholic people.
I think I might have done that one.
That's why my Christmas songs, in a way, my Christmas music, when I was a kiddo, it was not this commercial Christmas music. It was more that melancholic kind of side of Christmas music. But Varpunen, I sing that though in every Christmas concert of mine.
Yeah, but there's I'm sure you heard the song, but I think it's by Mud. It's It'll Be Lonely This Christmas. That's even though it's a very commercial song, I like that one because it kind of it's true for a lot of people. So I always like that one as well. My last question is, we talked a little bit about your daughter, and I've heard that you are in contact with Floor Jansen, and you see yourself as sisters in metal, and then you talked about the rise of women in metal. Now, your daughter is still young, so who knows what she will do with her future, but are you more optimistic, let's say, if she wanted to go into music, that it's going to be easier for her than it was for you?
Nothing is easy today. I would say that for no one, it's an easy road to take. To be an artist today, there are so many changes that we are living through at the moment. And what I have needed to learn as an artist, for sure, it's like
so much stuff, adaptation that you need.
Because I'm still like the old timers, I started almost 30 years ago, and I'm still like,
crazy.
Looking back to those times, doing my physical products and all that. But if if my daughter would like to be an artist, of course I would be there to support her.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven, who knows what kind of future and how hard it will be, and what kind of artificial intelligence and whatever she's dealing with at that time. The times are changing so much rapidly. So I don't know if it's easier or harder, because there will be a lot of competition, and to find your own voice is difficult in every case.
Well said, Tarja.
It is. You have to be you. Why it's you that will make it through. You have to remain you, and it is difficult.
It sure
One last kind of question then. What allowed you to find yourself in music, or find your voice in music? What gave...
I'm gonna say something real quick too. I know for me, I used to always refer to myself as chronic, and I still do sometimes. That helped me embody getting in front of a camera a lot easier. But now, longevity wise, introducing myself as Kyle, being just myself, and then just being myself on the camera, that has really helped my longevity of this art form that we're doing on this channel with reactions. So definitely being yourself, y'all, for anything, any relationship you're doing. Don't build it on lies if you want it to last.
You to find yourself in music, or find your voice in music? What gave you the confidence or the right pathway to find yourself?
I found music when I was badly bullied in school. Sort of, it was my way to escape and to find myself feeling good. It was music. I was a lonely kiddo, and music was there for me because it was my way to express myself already when I was very little. And with that feeling like I was good at something, I felt, okay, I want to keep on doing this. I want to do this. And then when I was born in a very, very tiny village in Finland, so there were no opportunities for me really to study music. So I needed to leave for a bigger city. My high school was already High School of Music and all that. So it was like, I knew I was very dedicated. Like, since before I was 10 years old, I was sure, hey, I want to become a musician, and this is what I do. And, I will fight my way through the university. Classical singing was actually the thing that really changed it all for me. I started losing my voice when I was singing songs from Whitney Houston or Aretha Franklin or things like that, great singers.
Right.
And I just couldn't make it. I felt like I want to become a singer, and how the hell I don't know what to do. I need to find a professor. And I was 15 years old when I started taking singing lessons. But that teacher was a lyrical singing teacher. It was unexpected for me. Like, I didn't know when first time I stepped on her lesson, and she starts doing me some lyrical singing exercises. I'm like, oh, what is this? And then it hit me because my voice changed radically.
Oh,
and it was amazing. It was like adventure.
No kidding.
And there it went. Like, then it all changed to me. I said, okay.
It's all an adventure for her, isn't it?
I want to go there.
She's still that little girl on that adventure ride.
Oh, that's beautiful. And that, because, and then how many decades later you're still here doing the same thing. So that's just beautiful. Tarja, may I thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
No worries at all. Thank you for having me. And you better take it easy and get better.
I've got my ginger tea.
Ginger and lemon, very good.
so I'm taking it easy these days.
Very good. Very good. Hey, it was nice talking to you. Have a good day. Thank
you so much, and you too.
Wow. That was so phenomenal. Good job, Robin and Tarja. Wow, that chemistry was unreal. You can't fake it, y'all. And I think that's why that channel is doing amazing. And I'm always so excited to get right back to it. I know it looks like he has an interview with even Sharon as well. But that was amazing and really good information with a lot of different topics. And luckily, y'all are always commenting on all the Tarja songs I do. So I almost felt like I've seen this interview before even doing it because of all the information you give. It's almost like you guys like watch videos and then like on Tarja reaction videos, you'll like put in the information you've learned just so that I'm like keeping up. Because it was just so nice also to understand more what she was going through and to get it out of her own mouth all these times to like let her know that I am like a perfectionist, but I know I don't sing perfectly. And that is a different distinction than what a lot of other people will say. And she really says it up front. And you could tell she was getting so much more comfortable even more as it was going on and going off, even like not necessarily swearing bad or anything, but just letting loose. I think it's really phenomenal that she involved Naomi and her friends so much with Dark Christmas as well, and what she's building with the foundation for Naomi's success in the future is just unreal. Because to know that Naomi's gonna probably be, I think she's 8 now, so in a little over a decade, she's gonna start really flourishing if she goes in the musical route, and that Tarja is literally going to sing until she's 70 or longer, they might have a lot more chances to connect together. And I think it's really cool that she was mentioning that Naomi doesn't really care as much for singing classical as well. So going the rock style is really amazing, because I think it's good that you just don't do exactly what your parents do, though you can be inspired by what they did. And that's encouraging for me as a new parent. And I think the biggest thing I saw is just how tough it is for Tarja to see other people do things the way that she wouldn't do it herself. She has such a high standard, and I think that's why her art is one of my favorites. And just revealing that she's okay knowing that she sometimes even sings out of tune when she's performing live and all that. It's more out of the heart. And this conversation was definitely out of the heart. Robin did so amazing with everything. Every question he had there really meant a lot. I would love to know where Robin is from as well, too. Maybe he is from Finland as well. But please let me know. And Robin, if you're seeing it, hello and good job on this one, too. But I would definitely love to have the chance one day to interview Tarja. But if not, it's amazing to do these reaction to interviews with Tarja because it's just so good to know her story and her passion even more. I also hope the Winter Storm and Chronicans had a good time with me. If you are here for the premiere, hello, let me know in the comments below that you had a good time. And if you're here on your own time, thank you so much for spending time with me. Hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the Enter the Chronic family, because we would love for you to stay for 2024. But we are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks. Let me know if I should do another FaceCulture interview in the comments below as well. Peace and love, y'all. God bless.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.
Thank you so much for making it all the way to the very end of the video. And if you have not yet done this, here's an easy way to subscribe to our channel. And if you want to subscribe to the artist that you just heard, here's an easy way to do that as well.
And if you are also interested in finding a video that you might like, just click here. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care. Bye for now.